For most people, Roger Williams Park is just a historic landmark with beautiful scenery and fish-filled water. But for me, it's so much more.
I've been coaching the cross-country team for over 20 years.
That's Mr. LaBenga, one of the cross-country coaches at Cranston High School East, and one of the reasons why my view of Roger Williams Park has been changed forever. The park takes me back to my days as captain of the Cranston East cross-country team, to the days when running along the scenic trails made me think of how beautiful the park is, while sprinting up hills that seemed to be at a 90-degree incline made me question why I ever started running in the first place.
Most difficult part, I would say, is the terrain. The footing isn't always very good. Sometimes there's a lot of rocks and roots on some of the trails. It's not exactly maintained very well, but so that can be sort of a challenge.
Unless you actually run through the park, you might not even notice the rough terrain. But there is one thing you can't miss: all of the hills.
Oh, the park is a great place to race because there's so many varying hills and there's lots of wooded paths. So particularly at the Temple to Music, there's a great big hill over there that we like to use. We call it doing temples.
And that giant hill by the Temple of Music is just the beginning of all the peaks and valleys we had to run through. Big Bertha, which is located at the entrance of the park from the Park Ave side, was my least favorite because it's covered with tree branches and rocks and might just be the steepest point in the park. Another truly grueling obstacle to run was what we called the Pit. Located just near the Temple of Music, it was a breeze to run down, but getting back up was sure to burn those calves in all the right places. Despite the difficulty of running through Roger Williams Park, its colorful landscape, coupled with the fun environment that the coaches helped to create, made practices all the more enjoyable.
I particularly like all the trails that are down by the water. The ones that have a lot of trees covering over. On a hot day, it's a good place to get out of the sun and still get a workout in.
The obstacles that the park presents, coupled with its beautiful landscape, is what gets the runners at Cranston High School East in fighting shape, and it's what makes Roger Williams Park the most difficult course you'll love to run.